Hey man, what's going on, man? It's Cool Water from Ballroom Chats. Um, this particular podcast, man, is something special. I just wanted to really just riff off on, and that is the debate. This is for the debaters and the athletes and the sports fanatics. LeBron versus Jordan, and who really is the greatest? Now, most of us who came up during the Jordan era can clearly make an analysis between the two. Jordan, starting from the bottom, coming in with the lowest paid contract, he had to climb his way to the top of the NBA stratosphere. LeBron, coming as a super world renowned high school athlete, jumps from the high school to the NBA. Also, in his own right, proved to be world renowned, proved to be, one of the top dogs in the game. But let's go back for a hot second. Let's look at the mental state of mind between the two. Let's look at the mentorship, moral support between the two. Let's start out with the moral support aspect of it. Let's start out with the coaching, which is what I'm referencing when I say the moral and mental support. Jordan, most of his life, until he hit, I think that junior year of high school, was really deemed a failure in basketball. LeBron wasn't. So he had to deal with the agony and the pain of defeat over and over and over again. And then inevitably, he became a world-class high school athlete through proper coaching from his high school coach. I think he was one of the Nike All-Americans, and then he moved on to North Carolina. Now, going to a school like UNC Charlotte, North Carolina, and I think that's how they call it, usually North Carolina Charlotte, but North Carolina, University of North Carolina, under Dean Smith, it's a certain psychology that you're going to learn because Dean Smith was a world-class coach, just like Mike Krzyzewski over there do. And they coaching, most of the players they coached was high school All-Americans. Like, wasn't nobody coming through they crack that wasn't high school All-American. So Jordan, as a player, developed two psychologies. One from a world-class coaching perspective and one from a world-class playing perspective. That's what made him so good on the floor in crunch time, because he knew how to make critical decisions when the games were on the line. LeBron has not. LeBron missed 4 years of development as a collegiate athlete because he jumped straight from high school to the pros. Kobe also jumped straight from high school to the pros. And it was a learning experience for him. He had to go through, but the difference was he had world-class mentors around him. Magic Johnson, Jerry Buss. He played against Michael Jordan, a few times before Jordan finally retired. He played against some of the greats, Karl Malone, Akeem Olajuwon, Alonzo Mourning. He got a chance to touch some of the guys who played the game with a different psychology than the game is played today. The game today is being played for the dollar value, the value of the dollar, what the money can do, what the money can buy. These dudes played basketball for the pure love and the competition of winning. They paychecks might have been big at the end of the night, but it wasn't about that. They was in it for the pure love of the game, and that's how we came up. I played basketball from the 3rd grade to the 12th grade and tried to walk on as a collegiate athlete, college athlete at the school I attended. Didn't get to make it, but I played in the mural basketball against some of them same guys that played college ball, and I was shaking their ass left and right. On a good night, one of them dudes was going to get took. I was going to get them. because it was about the love, it was about the skill set. Kobe got a chance to play that style of ball up under some great people, and it showed in crunch time in various games. He was able to make the right decisions. He became a leader. LeBron, in my personal opinion, has not been around the great mentors that could give him the extra mental edge that he needed in order for him to be able to really catapult himself during trying times like in the NBA finals. Yeah, he good. Yeah, he off the chain. Yup, he can score. Yup, you know what I'm saying? He's a big guy, 6'8", probably weighing about 268 or 270, 280, 290. But the decision making skills are lacking, in my personal opinion, which is the reason why they lost. Now, Michael Jordan, you've seen it over and over and over and over again. He, during the crunch time, just like when he played the Cleveland Cavaliers, was able to make critical shots in the final seconds over and over and over again. Why? Because it was a mentality he had. He had the coaching perspective, but he had the world-class athlete perspective. He had grew up around and was instilled with great coaching from world-class coaches. And then he became a world-class athlete. So he could switch the button at any time and make the proper decision. And if need be, I'll put it on my shoulders and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna lay it all on the line. You see. So to me, that's one aspect of what LeBron is missing when they talk about, LeBron breaking all these records. All that really don't mean nothing. Because to me, you didn't play against the same caliber of talent. If you can't play well against them lanes at Golden State, them dudes ain't no real ballers. They solid, they got fundamental skills, but them dudes would not be able to beat somebody like a Utah Jazz with Karl Malone, John Stockton at the point, and a few other cats. They wouldn't have beat them. They wouldn't even made it out the West. They would have got set down. But because the NBA is getting soft and getting softer, you see a lot more lanes making it to the dance. Okay. So now we have the coaching, mentoring aspect between LeBron and Jordan, which I just explained. Jordan was raised around world-class coaches and got a chance to go to college and develop under Dean Smith. LeBron did not. He coming in, he getting his education from the age of 19, 18 or whatever, and so on and so forth. The other area I think I just mentioned was ability to make critical decisions and the skill set and whatnot between the two. Jordan physique allowed him to do things that LeBron can't do. LeBron is 6'8", Jordan was 6'6", but Jordan had a more track star physique. He was quicker, faster, and he could move, and his agility was a lot better off in the long run than LeBron. LeBron being as big as he is, there is a part of him that's not going to be able to make the shift and the cuts and the moves that's needed to be made with certain plays and certain drills or what have you, plays when it's time to make that particular point. Jordan could do that. Jordan could come through in such a way, man, that he could wing his way around players even in midair because of his agility and the fact that his body mass wasn't as heavy as LeBron's. You see what I'm saying? The skill set in that regard. Now let's take a look at the mentality, because this is really what I want to focus on. I'm trying to make sure I keep my points aligned up. The mentality that LeBron has is more of a community picnic effort than a psychotic NBA world-class athlete like Jordan. LeBron gonna go off. He gonna have his games when he snap, and he gonna have his games when he take it, and he gonna show out somewhat. But the difference is, you seen it in the NBA Finals, is when the crunch time hit, LeBron didn't step up and pull from his other asset, which was his ability to coach on the floor and his ability to snap and turn on the gas and begin to take over the game and score and continue to score and continue to score and look to pass and find somebody who was going to run with him. When Jordan went to work, Scottie Pippen went to work. When Jordan was off, Pippen stepped up. But the mentality and the psycho, I guess you could say the insanity that Jordan had was totally different than LeBron's. Kobe had that type of insanity. Like Phil Collins was saying, the coach for the Bulls from way back, Kobe and Jordan were similar players. If you messed up more than one time, you wasn't gonna get no second chance. LeBron typically don't have a fuck you mentality when it comes to you messing up. He didn't cuss them dudes out. He didn't snap and go off. He didn't check them dudes like he should have checked them, to pull them and rally them around and let him know he was the dude that was the man of the team. I'm the top dog. That's what's missing. That's one of the reasons why they didn't win. Not that they wasn't a better ball club, because to me, in their personal opinion, just off the mere fact alone that they didn't even have a bench, these dudes was able to maintain a certain level of composure and play against Golden State, who got really a 12-man bench, 9-man bench, if I'm making any sense. LeBron don't have that psycho analytic mindset that Jordan had. This is the difference in what makes these two players. One is a god, and one will just be a legend. Jordan is a god. LeBron will be a legend. Kobe will go down as being a god. LeBron will just be a legend. It's a big difference. Gods ascend legendary status. They written in the clouds. Legends just, legends are street park ball dudes, cats that might, you get your name written in the rafters, but, after a specified period of time, we might forget about you. There'll never be another Michael Jordan. LeBron James is cool, but he'll never, in my personal opinion, transcend almost 10 generations. He might transcend 2 or 3, but he'll never transcend 10 generations. Jordan will transcend hundreds of generations for years to come because he was a god with the basketball. This mentality is what I'm speaking of. This is what makes the two different. What makes the two, both will go down in, LeBron will go in the Hall of Fame, but he ain't gonna never be a Michael Jordan. And we just have to define it and clarify what it is so everybody understands this, man, because this is debate at the round table and a lot of people not looking at the total overall scope. The coaching, where Jordan came from, UNC up under Dean Smith, the coaches that he had in the NBA, Phil Jackson, I think Phil Collins, if I'm not mistaken, was his name on the other guy, playing against players, Bird, Magic, Elijah Wan, Dikembe Mutombo. You're not gonna get that. You're not getting that now. You're getting a bunch of soft ass dudes who think because they got a contract that got a lot of digits behind it that they them dudes. They not them dudes. Them dudes wouldn't even be playing. They'd be coming off the bench if they was in the league. LeBron would still be a starter, but he wouldn't be hitting 30 and 40 a night. He'd be walking out of there hurt. He gonna struggle to get 30, 32 points a game because he gonna feel that pain. Charles Barkley gonna put them elbows on. So this is my take on it, man. I'm out. I just want to throw that out there because I know that's been a topic of discussion. And I just wanted to, put my 2 cents in. Please comment. Please leave your opinion as far as what you think, who the best and why, and on and on and on. Hey, man, it's Cool Water. Check me out at the blog. It's Hip Hop Dead. Look for me at thedigitaldopeman.com and be on the lookout for the lecture, Who Killed the Black Entrepreneur. Peace.